Well, it's that time of the week again where we get to talk about brand new VR games coming out this week, new VR games coming out next week, and of course some of that juicy VR gaming news. But before we dive into that, I want to thank today's channel sponsor, Wanderer Fragments of Fate. Time is breaking and only you can fix it. In Wanderer Fragments of Fate, step into the shoes of Asher and unlock the power to rewrite history. From lost civilizations to dystopian future, swim, climb, zipline, and puzzle your way through time itself. The past is the key to saving humanity, and will you uncover its secrets? So if you're ready to time travel and of course have an adventure of a lifetime, well, it's available right now on the PSVR 2 Quest and Steam PCVR. That's right, you can pick it up on pretty much any platform via the link in the description or in the pinned comment. This game is a must-have in my opinion, and I'm going to be talking a little bit more about this later in the video. But for now, let's dive into new VR games this week. Kicking things off, we have Train Sim World VR that dropped this week, and well, I mean, you'll be shocked to hear this, it's not really a very exciting game. I jumped in to try this and I wasn't expecting much, to be honest with you, and honestly it didn't really deliver much. Essentially you're sat inside of a train cabin driving a train. Now that's no shocker considering this is a train simulator, but it just felt so bare bones and boring to me. You don't see any passengers, the travel lines look a bit janky, the graphics look pretty terrible, and on top of that, it just feels like you're just repetitively doing nothing, which really just didn't satisfy me very much. I feel like this is such a niche sort of game that people should be excited about, but I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Let me know in the comments down below. Did you absolutely love this game? If you did, why? But for me, I just can't recommend this right now. It feels like a Quest 1 game wrapped up inside of a bow of honestly just not a lot happening. Next up we have Pinball FX. Now this is a game, again, I wasn't particularly buzzing for, but nonetheless I do like me a little go on a pinball machine. I was kind of hoping that this would be kind of fun. Now I will say this about the game, it does get the fundamentals right, the pinball machines are kind of cool, it just feels like it sort of under-delivers a little bit in what's actually in the game, and not only that, it's quite pricey for what you're actually getting within this game as well. So right now I'd say maybe give this a go as it's on Quest. You can always get a refund if it's just not for you, but yeah, it didn't absolutely blow me away, so not much more to say on this one. And last but not least, this week we have Wanderer Fragments of Fate that dropped, and oh my god, I can't help but talk about this game. Genuinely, I was so impressed with my experiences within this. It looks genuinely stunning on the Quest platform, so if you're a Quest 3 user, you're going to have an absolute epic time. It looks honestly like it's pushing the system to the maximum that the Quest is possible of producing. Not only that, of course, if you really want to have a truly vibrant experience, get it on PSVR 2 or on PCVR. Both are incredible experiences. Honestly, no matter what you play this on, you're going to have a great time. The story in this is really intriguing and fun the entire way through, and not only that, it's just a freaking blast to get into and experience. This feels like more one of those sort of AAA polished experiences that we've had in a very long time, coming as sort of close and akin to something like Half-Life Alyx, except for really kind of modernized and brought forward to where we currently are with VR. So props to the development team behind this, because they have pushed and they have pushed and they've pushed to make this what it is, and my god, they have absolutely delivered, and it was totally worth all of the delays that led to this very point of this coming out. So props to the developers, they've made an incredible game in my opinion that just really delivered on what the promise was, and I just recommend that anyone should go give this a blast. VR gaming news. Well, as we roll into my favourite section of the video, as always, we talk about some of that juicy VR gaming news, letting you know some of the stuff that's been going on this week. Now, I'm pretty hyped to be able to talk about some of the stuff I've got coming up in this, but before I do, I ask you one small favour. If you're enjoying this video, smash that like button. It really does help out these videos quite a bit, and of course, if you're one of those people that are just watching this but aren't subscribed, then change that today and hit that subscribe button. It really does help the channel out a lot. Now we're going to move into our very first game I want to speak about this week, and that is Behemoth. The mammoth game, or this is Behemoth, has finally got a New Game Plus, as well as a ton of quality of life upgrades that have come out for it now. So now really is the time. If you've already completed this game, well, New Game Plus is there for you to enjoy and really get some more out of this game. And not only that, of course, there's some enhancements across the entire game, making it look better on the Quest platform, making it run smoother on all platforms, and just really getting rid of all of those sort of bugs, and those quality of life fixes are all there as well. So props to them for keeping it up with this. And not only that, I think the New Game Plus thing, it's nice that we get those things in the VR games now as well. I mean, honestly, it just really makes the purchase of a game like this worth it even more when you have more longevity to be able to dive back in there if you're a completionist and if you really want to as well. Next up, Into Black is going to be coming to the PSVR 2, and I'm very happy about that, by the way. This is one of those underrated games that doesn't get spoken about nearly enough, but it's a fantastic solo or multiplayer experience, so definitely check this one out if you haven't already. Have a little look into this. This is freaking awesome. It's coming to the PSVR 2, so congrats PSVR 2 community, you're about to get another freaking dope game. I mean, it's kind of been a pretty good year for PSVR 2 folks this year. We've had a lot of solid titles coming out. This is also going to have a massive graphic overhaul when it comes over to the PSVR 2, utilizing, well, the power of the PlayStation. So freaking awesome news, and honestly I hope that this game gets more attention when it comes to that platform from the PS people. Next up, we got a little bit of news about Zombie Army VR. Now this game has kind of been on hold for quite some time now. It was actually due to come out last year, I believe, but it got held off due to the fact that it just simply wasn't ready. I tried this at Gamescom last year and, well, I agree, it definitely wasn't ready, and I'm really hoping with the time they've had now, additionally, you know, the good few months that they've had, they've really hopefully polished this game out and made it a little bit more ready. The news is essentially that it's going to be coming out in May, so not very long from now. I'm really hoping that this comes out in the state that it should be now. This should be one of those games that you're able to jump in with yourself or with some friends and just have a freaking fun time in. And if it just, you know, if it, hopefully they're going to have nailed that and they're going to make this just a bit more of a polished experience over what I got to experience at Gamescom. Coming up next week. Well, starting things off, we have Beatable, a brand new rhythm game that is going to rely on your handy pandies to be slapping, dapping, clapping, and whatever this is called, snapping. This is a brand new rhythm game that is based on hand tracking, which is honestly really pretty solid from everything I've seen from it so far. I personally spoke with a developer while I was at GDC this year, and they showed me some clips of people playing some of the fastest games possible, and the hand tracking had no issue whatsoever keeping up with it. So this is actually one I'm kind of intrigued by. Finally, kind of a rhythm game where you don't have to sweat your absolute nuggets off. Well, hopefully. I mean, unless you sweat a lot by moving your hands, then you're in a bad situation, full stop. But nonetheless, this is coming out next week, and I'm actually quite looking forward to checking it out myself. We also have Civilization dropping next week. This actually came out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting it to come out this soon. Now, of course, it was announced a couple of weeks back, but finally we're going to be getting our hands on this game pretty soon. Now, I'm actually looking forward to this game. I like Civilization, and I'm looking forward to experience this on a Quest, although I am a little concerned that this is going to be one of those games similar to something like Demio, which I love to pieces, but one of the things that sort of always bugged me a little bit about playing Demio in VR was the fact that you kind of got a bit of a neck ache, or you could have to bring the table right up, which meant you couldn't see stuff the way you quite wanted to. It's kind of like an impossible situation to truly win when you have to look down into the game board for such a long period of time with a headset on. Fingers crossed they have a solution for that. I honestly don't know yet, so I'm really hoping that this is going to deliver, and in a way where it's not going to give me freaking neck pain. That would be absolutely incredible. Other than that though, I am really looking forward to this game, and hopefully you are too. Let me know in the comments down below if you're hyped about Civilization. Next up, even more good news for you PSVR 2 folk. That's right, Resist is dropping next week. Now this is a no-brainer. Now listen, you probably already just spent your allowance on frickin' Wanderer, but nonetheless, Resist is coming next week, and this is one that I just have to recommend. Like, I absolutely love this game on Quest and PCVR, and the fact that it's now finally coming out to PSVR 2 is going to be a freaking godsend. I cannot wait to experience this for myself, to the point where I may even make a gameplay video next week. I don't know, maybe. I just love this game and I really want to push it forward out there. It truly makes you feel like a freaking cyberpunk Spider-Man, grappling hooking your way around the city with all of these physics that just make it feel like really some of the best grappling hooking that we actually have in virtual reality, mixed in with some dope ass gunplay, destroying a bunch of mech robots, and a cool ass storyline that it just keeps you entertained the entire time. So definitely a high recommend from me. And last but not least, we have Silent North, possibly coming out next week as well. I say possibly because it's already been delayed very close to its release the other time, so maybe that'll happen again, I don't know. But nonetheless, we'll have to see. This is kind of like a DayZ-esque type game where you're going to get in there and of course try and survive against zombies and of course other dreadful players. I don't know, man. I really hope that this game works out. It's definitely coming out in early access, so expect it to be early access at the end of the day. I'm really hoping that this game can deliver, and whatever they held it back for a couple of weeks back isn't still a persistent problem within the game. And not just that, I just hope this is a bit more polished than it was when I tried it. I tried it at Gamescom and it was pretty rough around the edges still. Although I could see the very cool concept that they have for the game, it definitely had that vibe of early access. And being only a couple of months later, I kind of hope that they have had enough time to make that game go from a singularly rough experience to something that should be maybe goes to bore at least experience. So fingers crossed. I have high hopes. I know the studio work hard at these types of games, and they have a vision that they're going to try and nail. I just hope that they can absolutely nail it with this, because as we all know, you only get one release. Even if it comes out in early access, that's what people are going to judge it on. Other than that though, guys, that is going to be this week's video. Thank you so much for joining me across this. If you enjoyed, smash like, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know the rules. Other than that, massive thank you again to Wanderer for sponsoring today's video. Check it out in the links in the description or the pinned comment. I'm pretty sure all of you already own it at this point because it's a very anticipated game, but if you haven't and I'm the first you've heard about this, then my goodness, go and download it. Other than that, guys, I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out, have a lovely weekend. Let me know what you're playing over the weekend in the comments down below. Peace out, bye.